This is the checkers game where grandson
We will be starting soon, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to begin, folks. Grab your popcorn, grab your coffee. We are about to get spooky.
Virginia? Oh, Bay Area. Okay, I'm a Bay Area person.
Oh, okay. I'm from Moravia originally.
Napa.
Okay, oh, not too far. Yeah.
I will meet you right at the top of the first flight of stairs.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, we go on the first word. Go that show. This place is cool. So this used to be famous for developers.
So the tour I'm going to give you guys is both history and a little bit of the paranormal. I try to keep everybody informed, you know, with what happens here, what goes on here. I don't go into all my personal experiences. You know, I've been doing these tours here now for 8 years.
Right.
And I've had some pretty amazing things happen to me here.
During the tour, or just at night?
During the tour,
You can come
and
up
being
here
up here
anytime you
doing investigations, yeah.
Yeah.
What do
You
they
can,
show?
you can stay in there, or you have like.
I'm going to tell you everything.
Okay.
By the time we're done with this tour,
Okay.
hopefully all your questions will be answered.
Cool.
So first off, welcome to the Washoe Club. My name's Richard. I'm going to be your tour guide for the tour. First thing, we do encourage you to take pictures, take video. Keep an eye on your devices while we're walking through the building on the tour. If at any time throughout the tour you see that you may be having a very significant battery drain with your cell phones or your cameras, chances are your devices are being tapped for their energy. That's a good indication to me that we could have some activity on the tour.
Correct.
That's also a good time to really start taking those pictures. A little bit about the history. 1860, they started the construction of the building. It was completed in 1862. President Lincoln was in office at the time, and Nevada was not Nevada. It was Utah Territory. Now, the period between 1862 and 1875, this building was being operated as an office building. But during that period of time, it never did do very well as an office building. So in 1875, a group of men came to the building, they took it over, and that's when they created and started the Millionaires Club. Now, the Millionaires Club, located here on the second floor to your left and through the hallway there, this section of the building on the second floor is known as the Millionaires Club. The third floor, they converted that into living quarters. And it was mainly the miners of the time occupying the rooms here at the building. Now, these miners that were here at the building, they were some of the best paid miners in the country. They were being paid $4 a day. Compared to the rest of the miners in Virginia City, they were being paid 53 cents a day.
Wow.
Now, the reason these men were being paid so well here, they were brought here from Europe, from Cornwall. They had an expertise in the mining industry that they did not have in Virginia City at the time. And all that was to go down into the mines, shore up the tunnels to keep them from collapsing while the men were down there working. Here on the second floor, some of these rooms did remain offices. Some of them were converted into living quarters. This room right here with the gold wallpaper, that was used as a reception room by the millionaires. But what I'd like you to do right now, just walk down the walkway here, go right around the corner to your left, and I'll meet you in that room right over there.
There's like a lot of static electricity. You can already feel it a lot.
Now, what I'd like to point out to you when we get into this room here is the large window up there. That is called a transom window. Now, back in the 1800s, this was your air conditioning, and it also made for good ventilation. Every single room that we go into on the tour, you will see this type of window in the room. Now, I did make mention that miners were living in these rooms. Now, these guys, they're smoking cigars, they're smoking pipes, they're smoking opium, they're chewing tobacco. Their hygiene, probably not very good. There was no indoor plumbing back in the 1800s, so at times these rooms probably reeked. And on top of that, the only source of heating that were in these rooms during the winter months were pot-bellied stoves. So you've got that carbon monoxide dumping into that mix as well. So like I said, this did make for good ventilation. How they got the ventilation system to work was very easy. They just opened up the windows in the front of the building, opened up the windows in the back of the building to create a cross flow of air going through these rooms continuously to keep that poisonous air flushed out of here. This was going every single day of the year, including the winter months, just unlike days like today. Let's go to the reception room here.
Is that something they brought in later?
The mold.
Yeah, like all the.
Everything in this building is original.
So they put all this molding in when they built this building?
Yes,
So
they did.
It was pretty expensive.
This was the cream of the crop as far as Virginia City goes at that time. The only other place that was as beautiful as this place was the International Hotel.
And they had an elevator.
But at the end,
right?
yes.
And then that was the only elevator west of Mississippi.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And that hotel burnt in the Great Fire of 1875. This building did not burn in that fire. They got the fire put out before it ever got to this section of town.
How did that fire start?
It started up on A Street. Somebody was working with a kettle with a fire underneath it, and it just happened to be a very windy day. The wind knocked over the kettle, it caught the ground on fire, and with that wind, it just took off and it took out everything that was on the north end of town.
They get that afternoon wind here, you know.
Yes, they do.
Same
Yes.
person,
Uh-huh.
the Zephyr.
Well, I live in Mound House, and so I know what the wind is.
Yeah, I used to work at Capital City Lounge for 7 years. I know what the wind's like. You know, it's like right there.
Now, this room here, this was a reception room that was used by the millionaires. If they were going to have company that would visit them here, or if they were going to conduct any kind of business with somebody, they would use this room like a meet and greet room. They would get to know their business partners, they would have their whiskey, they'd take them across the hallway here and on into the Millionaires Club. They would go and go about their business throughout the evening. The wallpaper that you see on the walls here is dated in the 1930s. Are you familiar with the TV show called Ghost Adventures?
Yes.
Okay. Then if you've been watching the show from the very beginning, you probably know by now that the Washoe Club has been one of their favorite places to come to do investigations.
Yes.
They have done 3 televised investigations here at the Washoe Club. If you'd like to see these episodes, they are on the Travel Channel on Friday nights in the rerun cycle. But if you'd like to see these episodes all at once without having to wait, just go to YouTube. Type in Ghost Adventures.
Just watching it.
Oh, okay, then you know. You know by now. Now, I also want to tell you, just a week before last, the Ghost Adventures crew was here in Virginia City. They were just down the street at the Union Brewery doing their investigation at the Union Brewery. And the guys were all over town, so everybody got to meet them. And
There's the Opera House, is that it? Or
the Opera House up here on
That's
the street.
once they've had actually the entities show up during performances, I've heard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, pretty amazing stuff there.
There's some pretty amazing pictures
Yeah.
taken from the Pioneers
Yeah.
Opera House. All right, I'm going to take you down the hallway here. We're going to go through right around 30 rooms, 9,000 square feet and 2 floors. Some of the rooms you're going to be going into are going to be dark, but they're perfectly safe to go into, and we do have some mannequins scattered around the building. So let's go down the hallway here. This first room you're going into is a little bit dark, but it is perfectly safe to go into. There is a mannequin sitting to your left. I've gotten into the routine of letting people know about these mannequins because we do have little kids that come on the tour and they do get scared. So it just comes out. Hey, there's a mannequin in there.
And then this is
And you'll see that's Willie Nelson sitting there. As far as I know, he's still amongst the
So
living.
why will they keep building onto this? Is this
I'm going to explain everything
Okay.
to you.
It seems awful weird.
I will explain everything to you. Just give it a little bit of time. I'm sure all your questions will be answered by the time we're done with the tour. Now, we do have 5 spirits, ghosts, whatever you'd like to call them, that pretty much make the Washoe Club their permanent home. But as a paranormal investigator, I do know the spirits around town, they do travel. They go from place to place, from building to building. Investigators are picking them up, as well as our 5 resident spirits here. Now, the first spirit that we have here is the old prospector, the old miner. We never know where or when he will make his presence known. It could be at any time, at any place throughout the building. But most recently, he's been making his presence known in the big ballroom that we're going to be seeing in just a few minutes. The other spirit that we have here is Lena, and she is probably our most famous one. Now, Lena, she is usually found or seen on the spiral staircase or somewhere nearby. She never seems to venture very far from the spiral staircase. Now, we're really not quite sure about the history on her. We think that maybe she was one of the ladies of the night that used to come to the Millionaires Club She may have fell down the spiral staircase, or maybe she was even pushed down the spiral staircase. We don't know. The other spirit that we have here is our cowboy, and we call him the Shadow Man. Now, if you are lucky enough to have him manifest, which it has happened before, or if you do capture him in a picture with your cell phone or your camera, he does show up in a dark, shadowy form, and you'll see his cowboy hat very distinctly. And he is usually picked up right here in this area where we're at now. The other spirit that we have here is a little girl by the name of Ella, and I'm going to go into her story when we get upstairs to the 3rd floor. The other spirit that we have here, his name is Scotty, and I'm going to go into his story when we get upstairs to the 3rd floor as well. This big box that you see out here, this is the cap that is on top of the spiral staircase. Now, the spiral staircase is very old, it's not very stable, it's not safe to be on. So the cap was put on there for people's safety and to help with the longevity of the spiral staircase. The spiral staircase, it never did go to the 3rd floor, only to the 2nd floor. This was one of the routes the millionaires were taking when they were coming up into the millionaires club. Let's go to the room next door where it's nice and bright.
And when you say millionaires, they were all Comstock millionaires, or
Yes, they
they were
were.
investors? They invested in the mine. And,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm going to go into all that before the tour is over.
And there was like 100,000 people living here or something like that.
No, there were right around 33,000 people at the
How
time.
many live here now?
Right around 900.
Wow, big difference, huh?
Yeah.
Imagine the traffic. Little New York City, huh?
Now, back in the 1800s, Virginia City did not have a morgue. The morgue didn't come to Virginia City until right around the year 1900. Now, during the winter time here in Virginia City, the graveyard, the ground is frozen, and it's usually under snow. There were no backhoes in the 1800s to dig these graves. All graves were dug by hand. Well, in the 1800s, when someone passed away, when somebody died, they had to find places around town where they could store bodies, someplace that was going to be cold. Now, one of the coldest places in town they could find is right here at the Washoe Club, the liquor storage area. So during the winter months, the liquor came out and the bodies went in.
Oh, wow.
Now, there was an outbreak of smallpox in the 1800s, and quite a few people did pass away. One time only, there were 70 bodies stacked back there waiting to be put into the ground.
Wow.
But any normal year, if you call this normal, there would be maybe 7, maybe even up to a dozen bodies that would ever be stored back there at one time. Now, the bodies just weren't tossed back there. They were wrapped nice and tight in burlap bags to help with decomposition and help keep the smell down. And then they were stacked nice and neat. So just follow me right back there.
Pretty interesting,
Come
isn't
over
it?
here to the 2nd or 3rd step, look over to your left. You'll look right down into the area we call the crypt. This is where they would stack the bodies. And at the end of the tour, you guys can go back there and check that out for yourselves. Here, let me move out of the way so everyone can see. Now, if any of you happen to have recording devices with you, or if you have recording devices on your cell phones, the crypt is a very good place to do EVP work, if you're familiar with that process.
Yes.
It's really quiet.
This is a very fascinating place, I tell you that.
It is just, it's bizarre how it's put together. I mean, it really is odd.
Well, considering this place was put up in 2 years, that's amazing.
Right?
And this building is still standing, and it's still a fortress.
Yeah.
If you guys are ready, let's go over to the Millionaires Club.
Okay. Pretty thick plaster walls too, huh?
There's a rise in the floor right here, so please be careful there.
Okay.
This is the cap that is on top of the spiral staircase, which you will be seeing at the end of the tour when we go to the museum.
And you said they put that cap in for safety purposes?
Yes.
For the, like, when did they put that in?
It was put in probably in the very late 90s, the early 2000s. Right down the hallway here, go to the room on the right, and then circle around into this room right here.
Oh, yeah.
See, the only stuff they put in here was fire suppression. There's no power, right?
No power up here, no, except for the exit signs. Now, I just want to point out to you, The furniture that you're seeing scattered throughout the building, this furniture really has nothing to do with the Washoe Club or the Millionaires Club. These are just period pieces that have been brought up here, put on display, so people can get an idea what the furniture looked like back in the day, and maybe give you an idea of what the room could have been used for in later times. And that's pretty much the same story with all the pictures and the paintings that you're seeing scattered around the building. Now, some of these pictures and paintings, they are actually from the 1800s. But some of these pictures and paintings are as new as the 1970s, 1980s. You'll notice this picture right here. I happen to know that this picture is from the early 80s. And you can see where the Ross price tag did not get completely taken off, so we know this is no antique here. Let's go to the big ballroom right next door.
One question,
Yeah.
this was put in here just for ornamental, is that
Yeah.
the steam heater, right?
It's the radiator, yes it is.
The radiator, yeah, why, they didn't have radiated heat here, right?
Back in those days,
But like in this building, they didn't work, because it would still be fractured, wouldn't it?
that's just a piece that's been bought up.
That's what I'm saying, so somebody was using this for antique storage or something, or?
Well, it is now. It is now.
Like, obviously.
This room right here, this is the ballroom. This is the ballroom that was never used as a ballroom. You had a building full of men inhabiting the building. They didn't see the reason to have a ballroom. So what these guys did, they put a you can stay here. Just go straight back, and when you see the moose head on the floor, go to the moose head. And if you guys want it tonight, it is available.
Is it
Yes, it's available tonight. I'll go into that a little bit more. Now, over the years here in Virginia City, there have been a lot of disasters, catastrophes. There have been fires, there have been explosions, there have been cave-ins, there have been murders, there have been suicides. The Washoe Club years without incident. 1873, there was a man who lived in this apartment. This man, he was the explosives technician for the mining industry in Virginia City. And it was known from time to time, he did have some of the explosives stored here in the apartment.
How you doing, guys? Jack's there. Yeah, broadcasting live. the one thing that it was really, I know, I tried, I asked at the front desk.
I'll say, man, they gotta go tomorrow, man. I'm literally gonna miss this exact day tomorrow.
I know. I could probably do an EVP session, but I don't know how many people are going to be with the tour. You know, if there's 20 people and you get the guide talking, you know, it's going to be like, you know, noise contamination, you know, so it's going to be hard. Yeah, I mean, there's ways of getting around it. I mean, Gyro's sister was here, I think he said 2014. And she was able to take video and pictures, when I understand. No, it was going to Vern's house was absolutely amazing. You know, he's a stand-up guy, he was a vicious host. I'd go back there in a heartbeat. Vern, that is exactly what Alex said. Just hold it down by your side and just click, 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 click. Yeah. But, let me see if I can turn my camera around real quick. Yes, isn't that what I said, Gyro? I thought I said your daughter. There's David. There's Alex over there talking to you guys that are on Hangouts when I'm doing a live. Jeez. But yeah. Sorry about the sun glare, guys. But that's... Oh, me with my luck, I would definitely get tossed. You know, it's right here on the main strip, which I thought it wouldn't be, but it is. But even look way over there, there's even structures over there. I mean, there's buildings all over this property, and that's not even part of the main house. You know.
You wanted me to poke you with too.
I'm on live. He knows I'm on live. He knows I'm on live.
Oh, you're on live with them?
Yes.
Oh. I thought you were talking to somebody else. That'd be crazy. He wanted me to poke you on your cheek. Look.
Come on. Poke me on my cheek.
You got your wish, dude.
Yeah, so that's yeah, my luck, I'd probably get thrown out of here. But you know, it's like I said, it's the one place that I was actually really excited about. I mean, don't get me wrong, Alcatraz too. That was, but the one place that actually was on my bucket list to come to investigate and do something here was this place, and you can't even take photography or video. What is up with that? I mean, think about it, that it's, okay, I can see flash photography, but video? Maybe it's because of the fact that it is a mystery house, so to speak, and the story behind it. If you take video and you publish the video, no one's gonna want to come here. I can understand that. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know. Other than that, what other reason could there be? you know. But yeah, it's I just wanted to do a quick live. Hi Amy, how are you? But you know, it is what it is. You know, I don't want to get thrown out. I still have to make a contact here. The other places that I've been to, we have contacts. Plus, we reached out to other places back home. Yeah, it's we're gonna actually come back. We're gonna make this like a yearly event. So anyone that wants to come, you're more than welcome to.
Like the Jaw song. Dude.
No. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. There's one theory after another, you know. It just, you know. But that's what we planned. I mean, similar, Amy, similar to what you guys are doing. You know, I mean, we're gonna, you know, come out with you guys too. But at the same point, I want you to come out with us too. You know what I mean?
Come on, buddy.
So that just, you know, just get one big mega group together.
Casey, call your mom on the door.
You know, Kevin the Fam and all of them, and yourself and Anthony Paranormal Investigators, and yeah, it's but
You want me to pass you?
no, he's already mentioned it. Get out of here. Go. No one's gonna-
I can't do it. Jack doesn't wear underwear.
Oh my God. Well, I'm gonna get off of here, guys. But thank you all for coming. Yeah. Is there an Arby's nearby? Cool.
Oh, you bastard.
Yeah, that's number one priority is to be safe. That's
I'm not gonna do it.
I mean, when people make sure that everything's all safe before we enter anywhere, and of course, never go by yourself. But I didn't even know that there was a movie called Winchester out. I guess it just came out. They have copies inside for $20. I'm gonna have to get a copy maybe and check it out. Is it? Yeah, I heard it got bad Rotten Tomato, bad reviews on there and whatnot. So even if the movies get bad reviews, I sit down and watch them anyways. It doesn't matter to me because I like that sort of stuff anyway, you know. And lots of times I end up enjoying it anyway. So, but yeah, I'm gonna jump off here, guys. But everyone stay safe, and thanks for coming. And we'll talk to you later. Take care, guys. Hey everyone, Jack. part 3 of the investigation. Phone's being drained dramatically. Does it feel like it's colder in here?
Yeah. Right when we walked in over here.
See, I didn't touch the light. Hey, Cons. How you doing? Don't think. Still got a long night ahead of us. 6 more hours of this. That's freaky as anything. Come on. Focus. Yes, sir. We are spending the night. We are actually locked in. All right. Do you want to tackle the 3rd floor of that room? All right. Alex and I separately had experiences in this room a little while ago. Yeah, I could see the resemblance. Up here in this room, this is where the moose head was and all that. And Alex had an experience. My light is dying. Great. Well, I'll be here as long as this light holds out. And then I gotta go charge my light. Unbelievable. Again, because I just got through charging it. It's already draining my batteries. But actually, wait, let's see if I can do this here. Ha ha. I turned on my light on my phone. There we go. That's actually not bad, is it? Yeah, my light just shut off on my... Hey, Cupid. Welcome back, buddy. Did you see your portrait in the wall? It's a very good likeness. Is anyone here with us tonight? Can you bang like this? All right, where the hell was that? I'll show you, Q. Except I don't know, can't remember where the heck it was. No, it's not this one. Ah, there's an airplane going overhead. Was it even up here? Oh, Jesus. You see the...
I'm hearing like stuff, but I think it's the wind up here. Almost sound like somebody walking over there, but
Well, first of all, the window was busted open over here. And they got plastic.
yeah.
And the plastic is moving all over the place. So that could be... Was that picture in the... I don't think it was down there. Very old antique. Damn, dude. I used to play with one of these when I was a kid, but trying to keep the light out of the mirror. I don't think I've ever seen one this detailed before. Talk about a freaky looking doll. Huh? Kind of reminds me of Betty Davis, doesn't it? Okay, all right, where the hell were I? That's got to be downstairs. Nothing? You know, I don't know about you, but I'm starting to think that it's just a very old building with a lot of tragic history attached to it, and that's all. I'm not feeling anything up here or in this building at all. all the way down. Wow, look at that. See, I'm creating orbs. Oh no, they're ghosts. Maybe it moved. Spooky. That's spooky in itself, isn't it? So here's my plan. I'm going to stream for half an hour and then charge up my phone a little bit and then stream for another half hour because I got to charge up my the other light, the main light that I got is dead, and I just got through charging it too. I don't know. I lost Q's picture. I have no idea what room that was in. And after a while, all these rooms start to look the same, you know? You ready, Q? Here you go, Q. I was on the second floor. I was up on the third floor trying to look for it. I mean, they got a bunch of antiques up here. I don't know for sure, but I think that is a picture of Virginia City. Unfortunately, I can't take you guys into the bar, which was the plan originally, but that was before I realized that they were going to lock the bar, so we don't even have access to it. And we have to be out of here by 7 o'clock in the morning, because at 7 o'clock in the morning, actually, Bible study coming in for 7:30. Because no one seems to know how to shut the damn door. I mean, it's just a beautiful, beautiful building. I know, right? How you doing, Lemon? Yeah, Bible study. It was... No, this is the third live, Lemon. I'll be going on and off all night. Here's the stairs that go absolutely to nowhere. I mean, I don't understand that one. Oh, before I forget, I can't show you this way. I'll have to show you this way. Okay. This is what they call the crypt. They used it for storage at one time. The reason why they called it a crypt is because they were using it as an overflow for the city morgue. but I'll take you in there in just a second. I mean, that's just like, that's creepy as all hell. All right, let's go outside, and you actually got to go out this door and down the stairs where the museum is, and then I can show you where that crypt is. Apologize, the winds are going to be blowing. I'm sorry.
Fucking phone. Fucking page. Oh, that's cool. That's the door. Oh no, I mean this is the door that goes in that room. When they said it was like a really bar, this is an entrance. This was the main, right?
I don't
That's
know.
where people were checked in right there.
I don't know. Considering that, all right. It was like one of these rooms on the door jamb itself.
Wow, this thing totally lights this thing up.
Huh?
That's pretty amazing. This one works pretty good. I can totally see perfectly.
Where did I see that? Wine room. So this was called the wine room. As you can see, wine room. I know it's sideways, but lots of activity. See that? Lots of activity. Okay. So let's try something. Watch me break this chair. Is anyone here? Are you a male or a female? If you hear anything, guys, please let me know. I'll check the comments when I get back. What is your name? What is my name? I think this is the room we're leaving. They said the 25 people got scratched. I'm not exactly 100% sure. I thought they said it was room 12, but I didn't see any room number. I just saw a flash, I swear to God. Just saw a flash coming from up here. It could have very well have come through the window, but I doubt it. Yeah, I don't see any numbers. I don't know how they can determine what the numbers are. If you notice on some of the door jambs, there's tape. It tells you what the rooms were. Like I was just in a room that said lots of activity with an arrow pointing into the room.
Yeah.
Oh, did I? Just for a second? That's freaky. I'm trying to find more stickers.
Fucking the battery like went down to almost full now. And I mean, like, look at the. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Can you still buy those cameras?
They're like $50 or something, I think. But the battery, this is just horrible, dude. Look at this. The battery's just, look how fast the battery's running.
Maybe that's why you didn't use it.
Do that.
You just don't remember.
It's been a while since I tried to use it, but when I used it out there, it didn't work well. Because we're getting a reflection off the walls, right? When you're outside, though, there's nothing to reflect off of it. It doesn't shoot shit.
Well, what you're seeing is reflection from me, from my light, because I'm not using an IR light. If I was using an IR light, you wouldn't be getting reflections.
Yeah, but see, even when you're not here, it's no difference. When I was using my flashlight, there's no difference with your light. It doesn't matter. Because it's seen it in my IR. Which is amazing that I can actually see this one.
Yeah, there's no numbers here. I don't know what. There's no numbers in any of these rooms. And I know I've seen it. I'm not going crazy.
It's weird is how they never bothered to close up the window areas when they added the other building to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they didn't blow. go over them, you know what I mean?
Well, there's where Tweedledee and Tweedledum were sitting.
Yep. It was right here, huh?
Yep.
You don't really care for them, do you?
Nope. Not in the least.
I think you're better than.
Right? I
No,
want to.
this is one of the doors that was open, or one of the rooms.
I know. I don't know why it's shut.
I stored all that fucking junk. All of those tubs. Like this is here, too. See? Here it is, too.
Can you?
Close. It's locked off. This is one of the ones that was open.
Okay, I want to try something. I usually don't do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because I want to test something out. Here it goes. I'm shutting my eyes as I say this. Debbie Constantino, are you here? Debbie, if you're here, you don't know me, but I have nothing but respect for you. And I was very saddened to hear what happened. Battery just died?
It's just it's on. Which, it's fully charged.
Yeah, like I said, I usually don't call people out like that. Mannequins. Is my video smooth? Can anyone tell me? Or is it like jerky? Like I get a poor signal. My internet keeps going in and out too. Huh. Thank you, Lemon.
Somebody on the third floor.
What?
My battery keeps filling back up and then going back down. Do that. Now it's on yellow. Now it's on red. Right?
Yeah.
Now that was where they had the apparition. It was right down there.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I thought. So.
You saw where the sticker was, right? On the floor? Because there's two of them.
So what do you think?
Personally, I really don't think there's much going on here.
Well, I did feel something weird downstairs.
It's 18. Okay, so that means that room 11 is going to be around somewhere. There's 17. Which means this has to be 16. But there's no number and there's no door. There's nothing on this door. I just heard breathing. Hey, Phantasma. Thanks for coming.
That little red light in the front is doing all the illuminating.
The little red in the light? What?
Yeah, you see the little red light on the
Yeah.
front? It's doing all that illuminating. I just put my finger over it and you can't see. Is that something?
Yeah.
Bible study, huh? It's pretty funny. Really trying to get scare us. Ghosts in there or something?
I just don't know.
Does that seem kind of odd?
I think it is, yeah.
Would you do that? Would you let it?
No. Where was that room?
Somehow I'm running no battery.
Yeah, my battery's gonna die any second now. Where the hell was I when I saw that?
Why is there a compressor there?
I don't know. We on the second floor? We're on the second floor, huh? Yeah, we're on the second floor. Because that other room that I was just talking about was this way. Well, stay tuned. The next part will be coming shortly. Thank you all for coming, and we'll talk to you in a little bit.
speak to me? We have a Native American sitting right there. He's right here. Can you speak to me?
Hello. Hey, Smoking Joe. Hey, Renee. Hey, Mommy Kitten.
What do you like? This thing might freak you out just a little bit. It's kind of like a fire stick, but it won't hurt you. If you could pick that up for me.
No, it's a spirit box in it. It's an SB11.
Do you speak English? That just moved.
Hey, Ron.
It didn't change colors, but it moved. Did you touch that? If you touch it harder, it'll change colors. It's moving.
Right there.
Can you touch it a little harder? Like try to make it roll? That would be interesting. Are you here next to me? Do you have a name? Watch where I stick my fingers.
Hey, Coop.
It's making glass everywhere up here. I'm going to take my ball back. Where do we leave the tech? Oh.
Right there.
You tell me hi. I thought he would have more to say than what he does. He's just looking at me like I'm kind of crazy.
They know English.
Huh?
They know English.
I know they know English, but he's looking at me like I'm stupid. Alright, I'm going.
Yeah, we're on top of this big boulder. It's not even a boulder. It's all these, like, individual rocks. You know, like all over the place, just
I'm going down.
crushed all together. You going down?
Yeah, I'll have to come back around and get her though.
I think she's going down already. But we're pretty high up, folks. So I'm taking a dive off that.
Hey. Okay. What's your name? I can stop.
Yeah, well, considering Renee, she's from Missouri, so yeah, St. Louis Cardinals. Ooh-wee.
Foot? What about my foot? Are you telling him to watch his feet? Feet. Feet. That's what I thought you said.
They're watching me to tell me to be careful?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really? That's insane.
I'm getting it in my head at the same time it's coming across here, so it's pretty cool. Well, we're gonna watch our feet and make our way back down.
Be careful.
This is where we heard all the noises too, wasn't it? Like the walking.
What's that?
That night we heard all that walking.
Yes. But as you can see, there's no way to be walking around in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, way out in the wilderness, like way over there. We kept hearing footsteps. Like walking through the woods, crunch, crunch on the twigs and branches and whatnot.
Who was down here talking to me last time? Do you remember me? Look at what? I am looking up.
Look up at what?
Up at what? I know you guys said trees the last time. You know how many trees are around here?
Only trees. As far as the eyes can see.
Yes, y'all get me on there and get me off. I'm gonna have some butt. I'm going this way. You just touched me in my head. So I'm down here what? Tell me tree one more time.
Look up at the tree. Which tree though? I don't get it.
What about this tree? Look, I am looking. In the back? What in the world they got me getting into now? I'm looking at the back of this tree. I don't see nothing. I heard singing.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, who's singing?
One of the claims out here. Claims out here is you hear singing, you hear Native American chanting along with
Ghost balls.
Native American drumming.
Look, tree.
Well, that one behind you has mushrooms all over it.
Yeah, but I'm not about to eat my wild mushrooms out here and start hallucinating and start seeing trees melting all over the place.
Yeah, right. That was all like yesterday.
But we're gonna just figured we'd come back out here real quick. We're gonna come back later on tonight. Just about ready to take off and get a bite to eat, and then come back when it's dark.
The battery's pretty much gone. I did look. Stop asking me.
There you go.
That's a big old acorn nut.
There you go. Bring that back for Bo.
I ain't bringing nothing back from here. Thank you very much.
Really?
Really?
Why not?
I'm good.
You don't want a haunted acorn?
No, I done got my gift to my acorn.
Anybody want a haunted acorn? Wow. Wait a minute. Why am I hearing bells?
Your dog. My dog. So is Booch, the second doggy for poop walk. Dog's that way.
There he is.
There it is. It's a cutie.
I know, there's people over here.
Oh my God.
backing that way. Bunch of quicksand that way. That's where the swamp is. But if I can figure out a way to use infrared with a cell phone, then I possibly might go live when I come back, but don't count on it. Alrighty. This is that rock again. Can't really see it. It's starting to get dark, but it's like, it's all like individual rocks that are all pressed together. Ahead. You can send the link out, but it's not going to be on much longer. Good, how are you? Yeah, we were here the other night too. She got pulled. She got what? Pulled. What's that mean? Pulled.
Cold. Really? Oh, this place is haunted, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Forgot about that. That's awesome.
Oh, well, you tell me that.
That's creepy. Well, we're gonna get out of here before the sun sets.
It was right around that tree.
Right around that tree, really?
Pull me completely back.
Now, were there, so the battle here, I was under the impression it wasn't a battle, they just surrendered, but people were killed here?
Yeah, they signed a treaty. I'm trying to keep you off camera. They signed a treaty with Captain Benjamin Church, and then he left to go to Boston to go on business. Second guy in charge decided he's going to slaughter the Indians, and this was the spot where they slaughtered them. Put his head on a pike, made a comment, is his real name. It was King Philip, that's where the King Philip's War came from. Put his head on a pike down at Plymouth for 20 years. No, it was ridiculous, but they were under the assumption that everything was going to be peaceful, and as soon as Captain Church left, they slaughtered him.
Oh my god.
But this was supposed to be the spot. Of course, we can never verify that, but...
Yeah. Wow.
One of the mysteries of the Bridgewater Triangle, I guess.
I was actually like just kind of looking up to like learn more about, hey, relax. Yeah. He's just easily skittish.
All right. Well, nice talking to you. Yeah. It means I'm going to be ending the live soon. I'm not going to be on here for several hours. Because first off, I don't have an IR light to go with my cell phone, because that's what I'm filming with. And secondly, I'm going to be coming back tonight with a camcorder and all my equipment and doing a proper video. And that video will be dropped sometime within the next couple days.
I've been told to go down, but I think it just came from that way.
What's that?
I was being told to go down, but I think it just came from that way.
Just you? Well, whatever it is, you're not going by yourself.
That's not dark.
I'm coming. What? Alright, there's like 3 standing here.
Okay, Jojo.
Hello?
I forgot the spray to get me.
Okay, now what?
Okay, down here, what?
What y'all say, right here?
It's a dead end.
Well, you know, I'm not dumb enough to follow here. I'm just like turning ahead and yeah, there's a trail, but I'm not going that way. That's where were we at a while ago?
Yeah.
We'll wind up ambushed again.
Well, like I said, there's a swamp that way. Could be a lure. Just saying, maybe. I don't know.
You can put EVP right there. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Smoking things. What are you playing with? Your flashlight?
Nope, but it's not a rock.
That's gross.
Yeah, well, can't make promises, Tracy. Really can't. I'm not out here with the proper equipment, first of all. And second of all, I can't stream with my phone in the dark. I mean, I could, but no one's going to see anything. So what's the sense? Well, guys, we're gonna head out. And it was just a quick live stream, but I don't know. We'll see if we can rig something up. I don't know. No promises. But thank you all for coming by. I appreciate it. You all. And we'll talk to you later. Bye. On the way to a certain location. Never been here before, so it's kind of going to be kind of a surprise. But all this was all underwater at one point. There's Mississippi way over there. And there's the mighty. And all this was all underwater. The boats. This was the courthouse up here, and that's where actually the water was, and the boats used to come in up there. Pretty wild to think of it that way. There's another view from actually from the courthouse, the old courthouse. There's actually a ghost ship that comes underneath that bridge. See anything?
No.
On the way to a certain location. Never been here before, so it's kind of going to be kind of a surprise. But all this was all underwater at one point. There's the Mississippi way over there. And there's the mighty. And all this was all underwater. The boats. This was the courthouse up here, and that's where actually the water was, and the boats used to come in up there. Pretty wild to think of it that way. There's another view from actually from the courthouse, the old courthouse. There's actually a ghost ship that comes underneath that bridge. See anything?
No. Floors in it. There one time I was like 10.
You know, it's like what?
When I was like 10, it was the last time I was in there. Yeah, look at the stone floors.
I wish I could see in there.
1880. There's a timeline on the wall, but you can't see it.
There's actually brick floors down there. And what's weird is that there's no mortar in between the bricks.
Yeah.
They just laid them in there, and that was it.
And electricity's on there, so I got a ceiling fan that works. This is the way to go.
Why not?
Because I'm not everybody else.
just a beautiful old building. Can go in there, but only in it reopens in the spring. This thing, I love this. That is just awesome. Now, this is my idea of home. I would. Is this open when that's open?
Yeah.
What, was this someone's house at one time?
No, they just built it as a rendition to show how they lived back in the 1800s.
Let's see if there's any windows I'll peer into. Ah. No going that side. But actually, that's concrete, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Normally they would use mud and hay and leaves.
Mud. Pretty much what looks. I'm gonna tell you on the inside what kind of. Imagine what the axes they had back then trying to cut split lawns like that.
Yeah. And that's pretty straight too. What is that house up in the hill? What is that house up in the hill? Can you do me a favor?